Hey guys, what's up? My name is Erin and today I'm doing the drunk book tag because it sounded fun. So, I'm sitting on my floor having some wine. Why don't we just go right into it? This tag was created by Chelsea at ChelseaDollingReads and Julie at Pages and Pens. I will link their original videos down below, and let's get going. I'm going to be looking at my phone, so just in case I'm looking down, for the most part I'm reading off of my phone. So the first question, wine coolers. You're 16 and you finally managed to sneak one of your mom's Smirnoff Ices. Hint, that's my drink of choice. What is one of your most guilty pleasure reads? Okay, so for this question, I'm going with Twilight by Stephenie Meyer. I haven't read this in a while, but when I was in the Twilight phase, I don't remember how many times I read it. I don't remember how many times I read it, but I read it at least 4 times. It was one of the books that like I finished and started again immediately. It's always fun to go back and look at the scenes. Really, this whole series. So, question 2 is beer. You've made it to college and you're hosting your first kegger. Pick one of your favorite new adult or college-aged book. This goes to Ugly Love by Colleen Hoover. I absolutely love it. It's a new age book, and it's about Tate and Miles, and Tate is 23, Miles is 24. I think they are next door neighbors. They become friends with benefits, and they realize that they like each other more, trying to figure out Miles's past and why he's the way he is. And yeah, great book, highly recommend. Can't talk enough about it. Love it. Will continue reading it forever. And yeah. Question 3. Tequila. Ew. I hate tequila. I can't do tequila. You partied too hard last night and drank a little bit too much Jose Cuervo. What's a book you never want to see again, or your least favorite book? Okay, so this one, I won't say that it's my least favorite book ever, because I don't know, it's hard to pick a least favorite book ever. But I will just say it was the most disappointing. And that is The 9 Lives of Chloe King by Liz Braswell. So this is the trilogy. It's The Fallen, The Stolen, and The Chosen. I read this, it was after the ABC Family show was canceled, and they left us on a cliffhanger, and I wanted to know what happened. So I picked up the book and I read it, and I was so underwhelmed with it. It was so anticlimactic and I hated it. And it did not live up to what I wanted. I was not excited about this at all. Not at all. So I'm going with this one. Question 4 is beer bong. What's a book that you read super fast? Any Colleen Hoover book. If I put together like the amount of time that it took me to read them, all of them were just maybe a few hours. The only reason it would take me a couple days is if I couldn't read it. So, any Colleen Hoover book. Question 5 is spring break. You've thrown your inhibitions to the wind and end up having a sexy night you'll never forget. What's your favorite smutty read? Because I haven't really read anything like that. Like, I mean, I guess Ugly Love could count as one. I don't know. I don't have an answer for that one. Number 6 is The Screwdriver. What's the most twisted book you've ever read? So I haven't read that many like psychological thrillers, but for just thrillers in general and the ones that come up in my head, it's The Girl on the Train and Genuine Fraud. Genuine Fraud I just finished, and whoa. It wasn't my favorite book. I like We Were Liars better by E. Lockhart, but this was something. Like, I sort of guessed it, but I didn't in the same. And I don't know, but it was a wild ride. And then The Girl on the Train, you want to hate Rachel because she doesn't because she just always goes back to drinking, but then you feel bad because of what happens, and then it's like, what is going on? And then all of a sudden everything happens all at once. And yeah, so those are my votes for that question. The next question is the Long Island iced tea, the melting pot of alcoholic beverages. What is one of your favorite diverse reads? So for this one, I'm going to say The Upside of Unrequited by Becky Albertalli. I loved this book. It was such a good read. I had a lot of fun with it. It was definitely different than mainstream YA, and that's really why I liked it so much. And it was a lot of fun, and I liked it, and yeah. So number 8 is Sex on the Beach, a drink that's great in theory but wasn't all it was cracked up to be. What is a book that just didn't live up to the hype? So for this one, I might get some hate, but I'm going with Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children by Ransom Riggs. I will say I saw the movie before I read the book, which was my first problem. If I didn't see the movie first, I probably would have liked this a whole lot better. But I was bored in this book because so much happens in the movie, and I was expecting all of that because they squished the 3 books into one movie, and then not a ton happened in this book, and I was just expecting more, and it wasn't 100% enjoyable for me. So number 9 is Wine. You've just gone through a rough breakup, so you park yourself in bed with your favorite bottle of wine, some ice cream, and a bucket for your tears. Name a book that made you cry out all your feels. So this one goes to Crooked Kingdom by Leigh Bardugo. The end of this book, holy crap, there's so many emotions. I cried because of happiness. I cried because of sadness. I cried because of anger. I was literally blubbering in the dark reading this book. Well, enough that I could read, but still in the dark. And it was emotions. And I love it. So for this one, I'm going with Language of Thorns by Leigh Bardugo, and it looks like this. And so here's the dust jacket, and then this is the actual hardcover, and look at how pretty it is. It's gorgeous. I can't stop looking at it in the viewfinder. Oh, it's so pretty. I love it. Like, this whole book is gorgeous. Whether it's the dust jacket, whether it's this, whether it's the pages themselves, I love this book. Haven't read it yet, but I love it. It's beautiful. So, yeah. So that is it for the drunk book tag. I tag anybody who wants to do this. It's fun. It's an excuse to have some wine. Even though I didn't just go through a rough breakup. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Please comment down below some of your choices for any of these questions. Please hit the thumbs up on this video if you liked it, and please subscribe so that you can know when I post new videos. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye! What's the most twisted book you've ever read? And yeah, love it. Read it ever. Read it ever. Can't talk enough much. Can't what?